Alright, what's up, familia? Welcome inside the Big Rig. Hope you guys are doing good. Keep in between the lines. Got your load secure. I'll tell you guys this. All week long, I've been wearing a short sleeve. And it's been cold. It's been, well, I mean, I shouldn't say cold like that, like it's freezing, but damn. Especially in the morning. Even out in Nevada, it got windy. And it was a little chill temperature. It wasn't freezing cold, but it was cold enough where I was like, damn, okay, I didn't know I needed a jacket. Like, man, we are unofficially in summer. Of course, unofficial because summer doesn't start till the middle of June. But most people count after Memorial Day, it's summertime. So, to me personally, dog, right around this time, I kind of dig it because kids are getting out of school and I don't have to deal with that extra traffic. Not just in school zones, but just some people just take off, they do vacations. Like, all right, man, there's not a lot of traffic to deal with, which I'm down with. I always know when school is out because traffic lightens up, especially in, certain areas. I was out in Nevada, and their last day of school or their graduation or whatever was earlier this week. And the last time I was just there yesterday, I was just like, yep, nice, perfect. I know it's done. I know it's done. No more little brats running around. Oh man. Let me see. What's good? Hey, what's up, Looney? Here in Santa Maria, it's raining. Oh, is it? Santa Maria. Isn't that where didn't Michael Jackson live in Santa Maria? Greetings. Hey, what's going on, Jenny? Shouts 619. That's right, all familia. Got the first live Cholo from Nebraska and got new job. Starts Monday. Shaggy driving at rendering plant. I am blessed, Big G. All right. Go handle that, homie. Go handle that. Anyway, let me bring this up. Let me see where you guys stand on this. All right? Because I was listening to a little something a little bit earlier, right? And it got me to thinking like, oh, okay. Okay, what is too much though, right? Where do you guys stand? How much work is too much work on a girl for you to say like, you know what? That's just too much work done on you, girl. Despensa, but I can't mess with you. It's just too much work. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like the lips, the chest, like just there's so much a girl can do, right? I knew a girl not too long ago. She went and got the nalgas done, and I'm like, wow, that's a little bit odd to me. Getting the breast done, that's one thing that I could still kind of be like, all right, depending on how ridiculous it is. But I'm like, okay, but once it go to the backside, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know about that. And then they're putting fillers in their lips. Where is it for you guys where you're thinking to yourself, like, you know what? That's a little too much. Or does it all have to be natural? Are you like, hey, everything has to be 100% natural? Just one little boost is way too much. Or do you let slide a little bit? But there's a line that you draw where you're like, nah, you know what? We're not going past this line. We're not going to go past this line. Because as I'm hearing all the things, there's certain things, dog, that I didn't even know even existed. But I'm like, wow, damn. You do things to the eyes and everything to the face and to the hands and to the feet. I'm like, dog, who even comes up with this stuff, man? I remember, what's the name of that movie with Keanu Ivory Wayans? Damn it. Is it Low Down Dirty Shame? Or is it I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? It's a movie with Keanu Ivory Wayans, right? And I don't even really remember what the movie was about that much. It was okay, but the one thing that really stuck out to me was that he was he was in like the hotel room with some chick, and they were about to get down, man. They were about to do their thing, and she started taking everything off. She was wearing a wig, so she took that off. She took her breast off. She took her leg off. She started taking like an arm, a hand. She said, it was crazy, dog. Let me see. We live in a fake tell you make it era, Cholo Trucker, and fake smell. I hear worse smelly stinky. I hear gross big G. Yeah, man. Not into that pain. Childless, says Jenny. You know what? I'll say this. Now I don't have any daughters, right? But if I did have a daughter and she went and started doing this stuff to herself, even if it was something not that major, I would think to myself like, damn, where did I go wrong? On the real. A lot of these dad daughters, right? They're like, hey, man, you'll understand if you have a daughter. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. But would you want your daughter doing that? Like I said, I think maybe the breasts, again, depending on how far or how ridiculous we go with it. I mean, if it's going to be, way over the top, then child, dog, but that's probably where I'll draw the line. Like, nah, okay. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. There's a difference. If I meet her that way, okay. But if I'm already with her and we're already in a relationship, and then she wants to go and do it, Charles, homie. Charles. See, I love all natural women as long as she can cook and bust down in the bedroom. We good. That's a Marine right there. I like that, dog. I want to read that again, Holmes. I love a natural woman. As long as she can cook and bust down in the bedroom, Holmes, we're good. That's a Marine right there. Should get a T-shirt that says that. It's a little wordy, but we'll I don't know. We'll probably shorten it up. I don't like that plastic surgery and stuff. It's crazy. The lips, I think, is getting a little bit out of hand. But like I was listening to something earlier, and they're naming all kinds of things for the hands and the feet and the eyes and the nose and just all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, wow, dog, wow. And like I said, there's a big difference. There's a major, major difference. If I meet homegirl like that, that's one thing. First of all, I have a limit when it comes to that already. But if I'm with her and then she wants to get things done to herself, child leg, girl, there's the door. It's not going to happen. If I meet her and she had like a breast lift or something like that, so something small, it doesn't, uh, as long as it's not all super crazy, because that stuff is just show up later on in life, man. Then I could be like, all right, that's cool, that's freedom, man. But if if I'm already with her, and then she wants to start doing things to herself, oh no, yeah, there's a big well, ain't no issue for me, dog. The issue is we're done. We are done. Let me see, Barbie Sansa. Nalgas up. Our familia, man. Filters and a lot of makeup can make and forehand and 10 real quick. Yeah, see, it doesn't even have to be like surgery stuff. It could be like a lot of these little fillers. It could be a lot of, just a lot of this stuff that goes in the face and all this kind of weird. All that stuff is going to end up showing, it's going to show its face later on in life, right? Many years down the road. So if I meet a girl and she keeps on getting fillers, it's like, yeah, nah, I'm good, girl. I'm good. Don't worry. There's a man for you, though. Let's see. Marine Biz. How about if guys get cosmetic surgery, it goes both ways? Speak on it, Jenny. Speak on it, girl. What can it, let's see. What do vatos do? I'm not saying they don't do anything, but I'm saying what is something that vatos do that will bother women? I do personally, myself personally, I don't know any dude that has done anything to themselves. I'm sure there's vatos out there that do things to themselves. I think, you know what? Actually, let me take that back. I think probably the thing that dudes do the most is maybe like some sort of weight loss surgery. But as far as, I mean, I don't know what a vato will really do. I don't know what, a facelift? Let's see. I want surgery. I'm too short. Oh gosh, dog. I don't know what guys, honestly, I don't know what guys really do. Like I said, I'm sure there's guys out there that get all kinds of weird surgeries. I mean, if we're on, I think the dudes that get surgeries, I don't know, man. I think they're like weirdos for the most part. Because I wouldn't know, guys. I think maybe hair transplants, something that has to do with hair, maybe weight loss. But I'm not sure how many dudes are really out there trying to make themselves, I don't know, look super handsome with different surgeries. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not even really sure what they would do. Like a woman wants to look luscious, right? She wants to have those curves, those lumps, and all that stuff. But not just that. She also wants to have like a super smooth, pretty face. And I guess just from what I was hearing today, like the hands and all that stuff, which was weird to that was new to me. She wants to have the luscious lips. I don't know if guys are really into any of that stuff. Here, let me see. Let me play this real quick. This is a little bit different. Oh, that left. What just happened? Okay, maybe I'm not going to play it. The heck? Why did it just go down?
Come to the whatever dating time.
No, not that. Let's see, I just had it. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Let's say I want to get my boobs done, or I want to get something done. This is to make more money. You guys are just sitting there on a game doing nothing, being stinky.
Well, so I would actually, they are different, but I would disagree as follows. If your man's playing video games, he's not fucking another. He's at home.
Being a loser. Right.
Right, but he's at home. He's not cheating on you if he's at home playing video games. Whereas if a woman's at the bar, a woman's at the club, a woman's doing a
Well, that's like the
bachelorette
extreme.
trip. Nah, y'all women going to the clubs, bars, parties, drinking, hanging out with your single friends, going and doing little
Men do
girls-
that too.
Girls'
Right.
trips,
Hey, what
it's
are you talking
different.
about?
It's different. Look, I think video games in moderation, women can still prefer against that, but video games in moderation, not such a big deal. But I'm fine with women having the anti-video game preference, but women seem to really push back against the don't be going to the club, don't be dressing in a certain way, don't be partying, don't be drinking, don't be going on girls' trips. Women do not like that conversation.
That's it.
All right. Okay, lot to break down in this, dog. A lot to break down. All right, I'll be pausing. Let me see.
Get my boobs done, or I want to get something done. This is to make more money. You guys are just
Get your boobs done. That's to make more money. Doing what?
sitting there on a game doing nothing, being stinky.
Well, so I would actually,
You know, I noticed that the attraction to one another, right? It's like the girl wants to get her boobs done or whatever to make money, which I don't even know what the heck she's talking about there. I don't know if she's talking about stripping or what. And then the dude, oh man, is a guy that's, at home playing video games.
they are different, but I would disagree as follows. If your man's playing video games, he's not fucking another. He's at home.
Being a loser. Right.
Why is he your man? I would have asked that. Why is he your man? If he's at home playing video games and that's all he's doing, why is he your man? Why would you choose him? You're calling him a loser.
He's at home.
Being a loser. Right.
He's at home being a loser, but he's your man. Why would you be with him then?
He's not fucking another. He's at home.
Being a loser. Right.
Right, but he's at home. He's not cheating on you if he's at home playing video games. Whereas if a woman's at the bar, a woman's at the club, a woman's doing a
Well, that's like the
bachelorette
extreme.
trip. Nah, y'all women going to the clubs,
This guy, y'all. This dude is as white as can be, dog.
Well, that's like the
bachelorette
extreme.
Nah, y'all women going to the clubs, bars, parties, drinking, hanging out with your single friends, going and doing little
Men do
girls-
that too.
girls-
That basically just means that she doesn't want to be in the relationship, Holmes. Straight up, dog. If homegirl's out there wanting girls' night out all the time, and her girls' night out are going to parties and clubs and all, she just doesn't want to be in that relationship. Basically, that's what it is. She does not want to be in that relationship. Ain't no woman, dog. Ain't no woman that loves and respects her man is going to be having these girls' night out, going out to the club, staying out till 11, 12, 1 o'clock, and that's not going to happen.
Well, that's like the
bachelorette
extreme.
Nah, y'all women going to the clubs, bars, parties, drinking, hanging out with your single friends, going and doing little
Men do that too.
girls'
Right.
trips.
Hey, what
It's
are you talking
different.
about?
It's different. Look, I think video games in moderation, women can still prefer against that, but video games in moderation, not such a big deal. But I'm fine with women having the anti-video game preference, but women seem to really push back against.
Yeah, I mean, look, if homegirl doesn't want a man that plays video games, but then she settles with a man that plays video games, I don't play video games, so I'm not into it. But apparently, I do know one homie. Dog, hey, he plays video games all day is what he tells me.
The don't be going to the club, don't be dressing in a certain way, don't be partying, don't be drinking, don't be going on girls' trips. Women do not like that conversation.
Let's say
Look, straight up. If homegirl wants to be going on girl trips, girls' night out, and hanging out with her single friends and staying out late at night and drinking and partying, and that's her girls' night out, basically just means she doesn't want to be in the relationship. She's only with that dude, whoever that vato is. She's only with him just so she could say that she's not alone. But she definitely does not respect that man. A woman that respects her man and respects her relationship, she will leave that stuff alone. She will 100% leave that stuff alone. And one day, she might even test you to see where you are at in the relationship. She might go out one night. She might stay out a little later to see what your reaction is. I hate the fact that Hannah's got to do that. Not all Hannah's, but because she's going to want to see how much you care, right? And if she gets back and, you're like, hey, what the hell are you doing, right? Staying out late and all that stuff. And she may give you a little bit of an attitude, but inside she's happy. She's happy that you cared. But if a woman is doing all that, dog, she does not respect you. She does not respect the relationship. She's just doing it just so she can have somebody. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy that there's certain people that get into relationships knowing that they don't even really madly love the person, but just so they won't be alone. Right? Just so they won't feel single. Let me see. My man better have a job and treat me like a queen, says Jenny. Amen to that. The thing is, Jenny, do you know what a queen treats her man like? A king. So, yeah, hearing this, they're giving like the both both of the worst in this, right? The dude that just, he just plays video games. Now, I will say this, and I'm not defending the guy that plays video games, but what this guy was saying, he's correct in that. It's like, all right, he's playing video games, but hey, he's at home. And that is the very, very, very least. And you should not be settling for the very, very least. If you are, I mean, I guess that's the upside. Hey, at least he's at home. But on the flip side of that, if homegirl's going out, if homegirl's dressing sexy, if homegirl's going to parties, if homegirl's going to clubs, if homegirl's hanging out with her single friends, if homegirl is having these girl trips, no. I think there is a difference between those two. Neither one of them is a winning situation. Both of them definitely have their flaws. I think one more than the other. But yeah, on the real, I've seen it before. Where it's like, oh yeah, my dog. Man, I don't even really want to talk about this, man, because it was my homie. But yeah, I remember I ran into his lady at a bar years ago, right? I ran into his lady at a bar. And I was like, damn, that was crazy, and she ends up calling him, and I end up talking to him on the phone, like, oh yeah, dog, he's working at night. And she's just like, oh yeah, I just came out with my friend, right? Her homegirl and all. And it's like, oh, all right, and years later, not too many years later, I don't know, like 2 years later or whatever, they ended up breaking up because he found out that she was cheating on him. It's like, yeah, dog, yeah. If you're working at night and your lady's out at the bar with her girlfriend, that's nah, homie. When people get into relationships, dog, there's a certain etiquette that goes with it. It's not a sacrifice. It's none of this like, oh man, well, now we got to sacrifice. We got to sacrifice going out. No, homie, you're in a relationship now. your internal feeling is going to change, or at least it should change. But the people that get into relationships and they still have this feeling, this urge to go out without their lady or without their man, to go out with their friends, every other weekend and stay out till 1, 2 in the morning. It's like, no, you're not respecting the relationship anymore. What's up, Denise? That's right, Cholo. Let me see. I had 3 good kings. RIP. Oh, Jenny, I remember. I remember our little conversation. That's right. That's right. They were the happiest with you because we'll never know their side of the story. We will never know their side of the story. So yeah. Yeah, straight up, man. Straight up. You get into a relationship and you still have these urges to go out and stay out and be partying with your friends, male or female. I think a little more with the female, kind of. I don't know, that when it comes from a woman, it's a little bit different, right? Like the boys, I'm not saying it's right one way or the other, but there's something more troubling. Something more troubling. Now it's both not going to help the relationship. As a matter of fact, it's going to hurt the relationship. But it's more telling when it's the woman that still wants to be going out and hanging out 1, 2 in the morning, drinking, clubbing, hanging out with her single friends, even though she's in a relationship. There's something more disturbing about that. But either way, I'm not even really sure how I got in. Oh, yeah, I played this video. I forgot I played this video. We started all with the whole, with how much work is too much work on a girl. And when would you say, like, you know what? That's too much. That's too much. I can't deal with you anymore, girl. I cannot deal with you anymore. There was this girl. I'm not gonna say who it is, but there was this girl. She was on Instagram, or I don't know, it probably still is, right? And she was a good-looking girl, and she started getting some work done on her. And at some point, I don't know, dog. I was just looking at her. I'm like, wow, I could, not that I could see like major difference, but I just looked at her differently, knowing that she was continually getting work done on her. I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't see a major difference aesthetically. With certain things, yes. But just knowing that she was getting work done on her, and then she says she plans on doing some more of this, some more of that. I'm like, I just don't see you the same anymore. I just don't see you the same anymore. I don't know what it is, but I just looked at her just one day, right? Through social media, through Instagram. And I said, yeah, all right. And I unfollowed her. Even though aesthetically, I didn't really see like a big major change, but just knowing that she was doing so many things to herself, just, I don't know, man. I just couldn't see her the same way anymore. Then when a man does it, ? Then when a man does, like what? I think we're on 2 different topics here, Denise. I think you're asking, then when a man does it, I think you're talking about the whole going out thing. I'm not sure. But no, I'm just saying it just seems a little bit more troublesome. Again, they're they're both damaging to the relationship, but there's something a little bit more off in that relationship when a woman's doing it. Either way, they're both unhealthy. Okay, I'm sorry. I jumped in when you were talking about in a relationship going out. Yes, right. Yeah. Why so a woman? Why so a woman? When a woman goes out? Well, they're both troubling. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying one is right, one is wrong. I'm saying they're both wrong. But I'm saying there's something more troubling in the relationship when the woman, when the woman's doing it. I'm not saying it's right when the man does it. It's both. You're, like I said, you're both hurting the relationship. You're both, either one. But when the woman is doing that, putting herself out there in a vulnerable position where she's drinking, look, it's always that. It's always that, because there's a difference between a man and a woman, right? I know society kind of pushes back on that, but a woman's really putting herself in a vulnerable position when she's going out late at night, drinking, staying out 1, 2 in the morning. She's putting herself in a very vulnerable position. Now, I'm not arguing for the man to go ahead and do that. Like I said, it's both egregious. You're both contributing to damaging the relationship. But at that point, while the man can put himself in a vulnerable position, he still is a man. He still is the stronger one. And there's something in a female that if she is really not respecting, now he's not respecting it either, depending on what we're talking about. But when she's staying out that late, when she's partying out like that, yeah, it's a little bit more egregious. There's something very troubling in that relationship. But not to say that it's right for the dude to do it. Say more troubling a woman. Why that though? Well, I said why. Because she's a woman. She's more vulnerable. She is a girl. Like my dad used to say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Boy, that is one old saying, huh? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm not really sure if people really actually go ahead and dissect a lot of these sayings. You know, I remember I said this on IG, man. There's a lot of these motivational speeches, right? That people go ahead and post. And I listen to some of them because they put them on their stories. And a lot of them put the same ones. And I think, hey, are you really actually paying attention to what's being said here? Or are you just getting caught up with the little music and it's in black and white and it sounds very good and motivational? Or are you actually really dissecting what is being said? Because a lot of this stuff, I shouldn't say a lot. But a good handful of a lot of these motivational shorts that I hear, I'm like, hey, that's actually not a good thing. That's not a good thing. It sounds good, but when you actually take the time to dissect what the person is saying, I know it sounds good, especially because they're saying it in a nice, good, calm tone voice. They got a little bit of music playing in the background. They change the color to like a bluish, black, white. They got a mic in front of them. They're all dolled up. And I'm like, man, when you really dissect this, this is really not that good of a message. Let's see. Double standard still exists. Yes, it does. It does still exist. Well, I mean, look, depending on who you're talking to, right? People are going to say, no, it doesn't exist and we're all the same. No, we're not. We're not. There's a man and there's a woman. And there is a double standard. I think what exists is the denial of double standards. But do double standards still exist? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. And there's power to both of them. There's power to both. How much time I got? Ah, shit, I gotta get back on the road. Cholo, I'm 72 years young. Good for you, Jenny. Still kicking and screaming, huh? At 72 years young. Man. All right. I got to get back on the road. But yes, double standards definitely still exist. 1,000%. The only thing that kind of underlines it is the denial of double standards. But internally, yeah, it still exists. It still exists. When fellas are having a conversation and then a woman walks into the room, that conversation changes. That is the power of femininity. That is a power that a woman has or should have. If another dude walks into the room, that fool don't have that power. What am I saying? It changed the way we're talking because of you, homie? The hell out of here, dog. But a woman walks in, okay, you know what, fellas? A lady just came in here without talking to each other, without telling each other, hey, change the way we talk or anything of that sort. That's just the power of a woman. And the sad thing about it is that there's women that want to give up that power. Hey, we're the same. We're the same. No, ladies, know your power. That is the power of a woman walking into a room where it's like, all right, hey, fellas, straighten up a little bit. We have a lady present. Certain things are not appropriate. Stop slouching. Sit up a little bit more. You're not just hanging out with the fellas. There's a lady present. Have a little bit more decency and a little bit more respect. That is the power of a woman. But you got so many people that just want to give up that power. Okay, what do you suggest? What do you suggest we do? Live. That's what I suggest. Because one day you're going to be dead. One day you are going to be dead. So live. Keep on living, Holmes. That's what I suggest you do. All right, I got to get up out of here. Hey, tonight, if you guys are watching this live, if you guys are watching this live, I'm gonna be on live tonight with my boy Johnny David. My boy JD. Johnny David. We'll go on live, and I've had him on the channel twice before. So we're probably going to skip a lot of the whole, hey, where'd you grow up and all that stuff, because we've been through that a few times already. So I'm just going to have him on, and we're just going to have a good conversation, have some fun on there, chop it up with my boy Johnny David. It's been a while since I've had him on the channel. I'll touch a little bit on, what's he been up to, what's he got going, but for those that don't know, that's my boy, man. My boy Johnny David. All right, I got to get up out of here. You guys be good. Double standards do exist. What do I suggest you do? Live and learn so you can learn to live. All right, pues. Hey, you guys be good. I'll catch you guys on next one.